I got every workout from 1983 until 1997. Every single workout, every rep, every set. Preparation notes for Mr. Olympia and all these things. This worked, this didn't work. So very analytical, writing everything, analyzing, studying.
His training diary was his life, and that was him. He knew if he followed X, it would equal Y, and that's what's been proven.
He totally believed what he was doing was right. He had no doubts. That's half the battle. If you believe in something, you can make it happen.
Blood and guts is just to the level where no one's willing to go. I mean, that's what it's about. Turn the body inside out, no matter what it takes. He wasn't going to stop. He was a train. I was never going to be a men's physique.
Didn't have much of an off season.
I like his physique better.
I'm always very energetic.
I will have to put me as one of the greatest.
Mr. Olympia was won by the back.
How do you feel about the men's open division right now at the moment, the state of it? Do you feel like it's declining? Do you feel like it's growing? How do you feel about it overall? Because there's so many other divisions happening right now.
Well, right now it's a pandemic. We cannot expect too much. You know, people always want to complain and on the new generation, the old generation is better. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. It's all BS, because you talk about condition, you can talk about shit for the old generation. I brought that shit to the stage. Didn't help me one freaking bit. I brought it. Didn't help me one bit. And you can assess my leg, because when you go back to the old generation, why are you talking about it way back then? My leg is actually bigger than those dudes. So what the hell is it? So I think it's all talk. People just want to talk. People always want to criticize. People want to criticize us because that's what people do right now on the internet. It's not really because the older generation is better. Yeah, we all look up to those guys way back in the days because that's what motivated us. That's what a lot of us, that's why we do what we do, because in order for us to be able to do what we do today, they had to do what they did because we're standing on the shoulders of giants. So we have to respect them. Sure. But I don't really like the whole old school versus new school, especially a lot of the old school guys that just love to sit on this generation. I'm like, damn, is that really necessary? I mean, is that really necessary?
That happened a lot after Brandon Curry won, especially. He faced. He faced a lot of.
Yeah, I heard he got a lot of stuff from people. Like I mean, more power to him because he handled it like a real champ. He didn't really go off. He didn't really go back at nobody. He just took it. Yeah. But no, I don't think it's necessary. But I don't think now, if I had to be honest, depending how far back you're talking, if I'm talking about Ronnie's era between Ronnie, Flex, and Kevin, yeah, they were better than us. That I would admit.
Well, why is that? Why is that?
Right there is like untouchable.
Why is that? Just because that's exactly what most people say, what you just said. But why is that? Why were they better than you?
Because you had guys like those guys. They had everything. They had the crazy genetic. They had the work ethic, and they had the physique. They had the condition. They had the shape. They had the fullness. They had everything. You had guys that, like, let's just say for Flex Wheeler. Flex Wheeler didn't have the craziest condition out of everybody, but he had the craziest shape of everybody. Ronnie didn't have the craziest shape because Flex Wheeler already had that, but he had the craziest size and the craziest condition. Sean Ray didn't have the craziest size, but he was more polished than any bodybuilders I've ever seen. And you have Kevin Levon, that's as great as it gets. So you had the genetic pool that you had. Sometimes it just happened. You just had guys at that moment, at that era, that just had freaking super genetic. Mm-hmm. It just so happened that's when you had that group at that time, no era. Before, after, yeah, if that's what you're asking, yeah, they were all of us, before and after. Yeah, I would say right now, yeah, if anybody right now trying to deny that those guys from that time, they were better than us, I say, come on, man, you bugging, because you got to give credit where credit is due.